We're here to announce today that yesterday I sent an email to the Zerafa camp to enact a rematch clause that we had in the fight should Jeff had lost that fight. Basically, we had 3 months to make a decision as to whether we enacted that clause, and we've decided to do so. We now have 3 months to put the fight on. So it's going to happen before, sometime before January 1 next year, or January 2, I think it is, roundabouts. Haven't determined an exact date yet, and most certainly haven't determined an exact venue yet, so there's a lot to be worked through. I'm going to be talking to a number of people over the next sort of 48 hours as to try and lock this thing down. There's a lot of discussion went on within Team Horn between Jeff Glenn and myself, and also Jeff Horn Sr. and our matchmaker Stuart Duncan, as to what was the right thing to do. But this came down to one thing, and it was real simple, is that the overwhelming question was, what was the fight that was going to motivate Jeff the most? And ultimately that was Jeff's question to answer, and this is the answer that he came up with. So it's pretty much, we roll over, we have a set amount of money that we're going to be paying to Zerafa. We have the weights are set, but obviously everything's up for discussion if both parties choose to change that. But this is a fight that Jeff said, yes, I really want to do it. We've discussed about some of the things that went wrong in the last fight, in the last camp, and we're looking to address those. So that's pretty much all I've got for you at the moment. We don't have a confirmed date, and there's no confirmed venue, but we've got a confirmed fight of which the terms and conditions are set based on the last contract that we had. And on that note, I'll hand you over to Jeff Horn, unless you've got questions.
Just one thing, Dean, will it be held in Queensland?
Jeff's preference is that it would be held in Queensland. You know, I'm going to be looking all around Australia as to what is the right place to go to. Obviously, we made a real splash down in Bendigo, and I know for a fact that Terry Carmeludis, who is the event director down in Bendigo, would be keen as mustard, along with Visit Victoria, to perhaps get this fight back. But Jeff has a preference to fight up here, and that has to be taken into consideration. But just from my point of view, it's my job to make sure all opportunities are explored. I'll have to do it extremely quickly, and we've got to make sure that we've got the best deal we can possibly get, you know, for the promotion.
Jeff, obviously open up nothing.
Yep.
Well,
what
Jeff,
do you want to know?
You'd be hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry for the win on this one. I hate losing, and I really feel like I can do better than I did last time, and I'm willing to prove it.
Why did you want to go back after all that?
Look, it's not easy to decide to want to go back, especially against a guy that's just stopped you in the last fight, but I feel like I've got a lot more to offer, and I feel like I can do a lot better the second time.
How much convincing did the family need for you to get the green light to fight again?
Look, the family were probably more on the way of, oh, don't take the rematch. You're like, you should be happy with what you've done and take another fight. But I needed to have this fight, and I think this fight is the one that motivates me to get back in there.
Do you still feel like you're relative? Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, how many things would you do different now with the benefit of hindsight?
Look, I'll just concentrate, make sure all the little things are right, the diet's 100% right, the training's 100% right, make sure that I'm not cutting any corners, and make sure I'm definitely on point on the night.
Did you feel you were guilty of that the last time?
A little bit. I was a little bit guilty of it last time, cutting a few corners. Nothing that was massive, but it's just little things that I know mentally made me kind of underestimate Zerafa, and he proved his point on the night. So good on him.
Jeff, Zerafa's camp looked really unhappy about this decision on social media. They were un-Australian, and they said you failed as a human being making this decision. What do you have to say about that?
Look, his team have had a lot to say, and they're pretty harsh on their words and in saying that I'm not a good human being and stuff like that. But look, it was in the contract. They knew that this is what was going to happen, and he's always going to get big opportunities if he's going to beat me in the rematch. All he's got to do is beat me twice. He's got to beat the real me the second time.
He says he had a world title fight lined up, and they wanted you not to take this through the door, so that give him the opportunity to make the money that you've been able to make for yourself. Was that part of your decision-making process? Did you at least consider that option of letting him have that world title fight past that?
I did consider giving him that opportunity. He has that world title on the board, so it was a hard one. It was a tough one for me, and it was trying to go, oh, can I get motivated to go fight one of these other guys in the US or something, which they were trying to offer me to step out of the way, but I just couldn't get myself motivated to go, yeah, I can do that. I need to fight Zerafa again. It needs to be this next fight.
Jeff, sorry.
Does it make it even easier, I guess, if they're calling you un-Australian
Yeah, it does. It does make it easy to get in the gym when they're calling all these names and saying I'm un-Australian. Look, I'm just doing what's in my heart, and I'm doing this for me. I've said I'm not doing this for anyone else except myself this time, and I need to get this fight back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is this an aberration in your career?
Definitely. Look, I got the offers, and I was thinking about accepting other offers that were coming in, and look, the money for them was good, but it's like, I can't get motivated for these other fights. I really need to get this back and have the slate clean.
Okay, Dean, you want to come back up, buddy?
Yep.
Thanks, Jeff.
Did anybody make those tough words from Zerafa's camp on social media?
Look, boxing is a sport that you get a lot of emotions involved, and people get very, very emotional. But at the end of the day, there's two parts of this. One, it's part sport. The other part is the business part. You know, they signed a contract going back probably 4 to 5 months ago that said if we lost, we could have a rematch, and we just invoke it when we, within the time frame. We've done that. I don't know what they're getting so excited about, because they really should have waited until we found out what we were going to do before they pursued other opportunities. So I'm totally relaxed about it. To say Jeff's un-Australian and not a good person, you're kidding me. I think there's no one more Australian than Jeff Horn in this country. And I also think if you have a look at most of his social media posts are around holding baby girls, and let's not forget that Jeff turned down a $2 million opportunity to be at the birth of his child and make sure that he didn't, he wasn't distracted for that fight and wanted to be with the family rather than taking what I consider was to be an absolutely massive fight and massive payday. So I think they're being a bit harsh, and they're wrong.
Maybe different to the last one, yeah?
This preparation is going to be very different to the last one, absolutely. And they're fired up, we're fired up, and I think they're going to see a very angry Hornet for this fight, okay? And we'll feel like there's going to be a swarm of them out there, and we're really looking forward to it in a very serious camp, and we're taking great steps, and it's good to see their camps fired up, because as I say, it will be a completely different fight this time.
Glenn, have you pinpointed things you might do differently? You might actually say what they might are, but have you done a bit of a game plan and think we'll do things differently?
Very much so. Yeah, I've gone through the fight in meticulous detail, the preparation, exactly what we need to tweak and get right, and we'll work together as one coherent team here. And we're on a mission. We're on a very big mission here, and we gave every opportunity to let Zerafa have another fight, but it just couldn't work. We tried, every angle that we possibly could, we tried. So but it's on. Game on. We're ready.
Is it good to hear Jeff talk about his motivation and how he's actually got some fire in the belly this time around?
It absolutely is, because as Dean said before, we possibly did take it a little bit easy, and Jeff thought this fight would be, the first one may have been a little bit easier, and even though he didn't feel that he did, but afterwards on reflection he's realised, I sort of did overlook him a bit, didn't I? And I sort of looked forward a little bit. I shouldn't have done that. So he's fired up now. I think we've certainly, as the Wiggle said, wake up, Jeff. Well, he's awake. He's awake. I can assure you.
Sorry.